If you've never been in Excel before, I'm going to give you a very quick tour and show you just as much as you need to know in order to do these assignments for this week. Now, there's two ways to get into Excel. One way is to double-click on an existing Excel document, and that'll open it right up. Or if you want to start from scratch, you can click the Excel icon. Now, my Excel icon is listed right here at the bottom of the screen. You may need to go to the Start menu to find yours. I'm just going to click on that. It opens up my Excel worksheet. Now, here's how the worksheet is organized. There are menus across the top. You'll see there's a File menu. If I click on it, it'll show me the File menu. And if you are at all familiar with any other Microsoft Office product, PowerPoint, Microsoft Word, this will seem very familiar to you. There's a tab for Home, and you'll notice as I click on each of those tabs, I get to see different information here. And in the Home tab, you have what should look very familiar if you use Microsoft Word. There's the clipboard, there's information here to control how your font looks, there's alignment tools. This is for formatting numbers. You can control the styles, you can do some work on the cells, and you can do some editing. In particular, sorting is something that you might want to do when you're working with your data. But in addition to the Home menu, I can go up here and click on the Insert menu, and you'll see there's some options, including inserting some graphs. It's very easy to make graphs in Excel. Page layout, formulas, which we're going to get back to in a minute, data, review, view, and this particular one is set up for Acrobat. Yours might not have that. I'm just going to go back to the Home tab. Now, you'll see the blank screen. There are columns that have letters, A, B, C, D, E, and the rows have numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when you click in one of these rectangles, it's referred to as a cell. And when you click in a cell, Excel will show you the name of your location. So right now I'm in cell B2. I can tell because the B and the 2 are highlighted, and also right here it shows me B2. And this is important because where the cell that you're in, once you start typing or start creating formulas, that's the cell that your information is going to go into. So if I wanted to type right in this cell, let's say I wanted to type in my favorite colors, I would type in yellow, and then you'll notice as I type it into the cell, it also showed up here in this editing line. And then the way that I actually go ahead and enter that into the spreadsheet, you can tell it's not entered because the cursor is flashing there. The way that I can enter is just by pressing the Enter key. So now if I want to type in blue and I press the Enter key and I type in green and type the Enter key. Now, if I've decided that I didn't mean to say yellow, I meant to put mustard, I can just type right over it. I don't even have to worry about deleting it. So I click up in the cell that has yellow. You'll see the dark rectangles around it to show me I'm in B2, and the yellow shows up in the edit bar. Let's say instead of yellow I want to put mustard. So I'm going to type M-M-U-S-T-A-R-D, mustard, and press the Enter key. Now, as soon as I press the Enter key, I realize I made a typing mistake. The way that you can go back and correct information is you click in the cell you want to correct, and then you bring your cursor up to this edit line and just click and edit like you would in any word processing document. So I'm just going to backspace over this M and then press the Enter key, and it goes ahead and enters that. Now, the other thing that you can do some of the time when you're entering text or entering information is you can just click on another cell to move on. So if I typed in purple and then just went ahead and clicked over here, it would enter purple and move me over to E3 at the same time. So that's just how you enter information. You are going to need to know how to open documents because your assignments will be in a document, and the way that you do that is in the File menu. So you go to the File tab and you select Open. You find the document that you want to open. Mine's on the desktop. Sample data for stats, and there you go. There's the document already there. So that's all there is to navigating Excel.